fight. It was great to see Terence Crawford there with Turkey Al-Rashid, who is no doubt trying to convince TC to come out of retirement, which I hope he does not. He's got nothing else to prove in the sport of boxing. And let me tell you something. This is a point I made to my main man, Augie, out of Riverhead. The thing is that a lot of these fighters, and we're seeing it right now with Floyd Mayweather, they start living this lifestyle after they're making all this money. It happened to Mike Tyson. It happens to Evander Holyfield. It happens to most. There's only been a handful of fighters that have kind of been smart. But, as the money's flowing, they're spending. They're living. You think all those hangers on, you think those entourages are all just doing it because they love the guy? Nah, they're getting paid, especially with Floyd. And we see what happens, right? When you look at Terence Crawford is kind of following the road that Lennox Lewis did. You never see him get any credit, or even my paisan, Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano never reached in his pocket for anything. And the truth of the matter is Lennox Lewis was smart with his money. Larry Holmes was smart with his money. There's many other fighters too. But my point is Terence Crawford came from nothing. He does not saying he came from nothing. He did come from nothing. I hear Floyd Mayweather talk, I came from the streets. Nah, he didn't. But Terence Crawford did. And I think that his rise and all the money that he made, you never saw him do stupid things with it, like buying outrageously priced cars or homes. I mean, he did buy his mom a home, but, he didn't get crazy with the huge mansions. You don't see lots of bling on him. And I think that, rumor had it that he ended up with about $25 million after all expenses. I think Terence Crawford is smart enough to ride off into the sunset. I mean, let's face it, boys and girls, $25 million. You'd never see Billy C again. I tell you what, you give me one and you won't, But anyway, that's the truth there. Rumor has it that Inoue is going to be taking on Bam Rodriguez, which is the fight everybody wants to see. It does not look like it's going to take place this year. At least that's the rumor, because Team Inoue is saying that, this fight with Nakatani took a lot out of him, and he's going to need some extra time to recover. So we'll keep an eye on that. One other thing I want to say, and I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I know I've made some comments, all right? And I'm sure if anybody watched this fight, and yeah, I watched it without the sound because it was a PBC, the garbage, worst promotional outfit in the sport of boxing. They had their commentator on there, and I can't stand when Mario Ronaldo yells and screams and talks like he's a circus announcer, or even worse, a WWE, which is what he is. And speaking of WWE, I'm sure you noticed the guy that tried to get in every single camera shot. He was shorter than everybody else. He was wearing some funky Elton John type outfits, and he's got sunglasses. I think he thinks he's really, really cool. And in case you don't know who it is, it's Rick Reno. And Rick Reno is in charge of, he's involved with the Ring magazine, and you see him with the ring belt. So that's why he's there. I get people asking me all the time, hey, who's that guy? I'm like, okay, whatever. And by the way, little history, he used to be the guy behind the scenes from Boxing Scene. So small world, this world of boxing. Some other fights I wanted to talk about.